Today I am presenting the most degenerate deck in current Hearthstone, in my opinion. So today the deck is Food Fight Warrior. Food Fight Warrior is all built around the namesake card, Food Fight, which is a 3-mana spell that summons a 0/4 entree for your opponent. When it dies, summon a minion from your deck. So the game plan is to get this out on turn 3, blow it up on turn 4, so that we can summon the only minion in our deck, Briarspawn Drake, which is a 10 mana 12/7 with at the end of your turn attack a random enemy minion. Excess damage hits the enemy hero. As you can imagine, a 10 mana minion coming out on turn 4 is pretty dang good, and this one specifically is good because it's a dragon, so we can also lean on Succumb to Madness, which is a 3 mana resurrect spell specifically for dragons, as well as Clutch of Corruption, which is secretly the best card in this deck because it is a 2 mana location with choose a friendly dragon, aka the Briarspawn Drake. Summon a 0/2 egg that hatches into a copy of it. So it's a 0/2 egg, death rattle, you get another Drake. Incredibly powerful, especially if this happens on turn 4 or 5. So this deck was initially made to hard counter Armor Demon Hunter because everybody and their mother hates that deck. Just check Reddit for a second and it's just a page flooded with people hating on Arcanite Defense Crystal. But the thing is, I did not encounter that deck a single time. So it seems like the meta has already changed and everybody is now off that deck, partially because of this deck here. So if you are wanting to give this deck, which I am considering the most unfair deck in Hearthstone, a chance, I'm going to leave the deck code down in the description. Also, a bonus fact, this is like kind of budget with there being no legendaries. There's some epics that you need to craft like Chemical Spill, Food Fight, and Clutch of Corruption. But really, as far as Hearthstone decks go, this is pretty budget. So for my budget gamers out there, you can also bully people on the standard ladder. And if you want to help support my channel in making Hearthstone videos, I would greatly appreciate if you throw a subscription my way. If I get to 1,000, maybe I can finally afford to buy those premium hero skins. But until then, we are stuck with default Garrosh. Anyway, enjoy the games. I've been only facing Death Knights, I'll be honest with you. And they seem tough. This matchup does not seem too stellar, but you can always high roll. And that is what we are here to do. So let's find the namesake card. Not you. And Starport is not the namesake card either. It's Food Fight. The Food Fight is the card. So Hearthstone just turned into a game of just locations, I've learned. It's more mana efficient just to throw this out, so that's what we're gonna do. And Heavy Plate will likely get traded next turn. Liftoff is better than trading that because it thins the deck more. Great. Okay. So we have successfully thinned the deck. So that means Food Fight next card every time. Infestation. So their life total is going to be nice and high for me. Succumb to Madness is not really what we're looking for. Okay, Chemical Spill is what we're looking for. Okay. We got a game plan. And it involves plundering. Okay, so we're going to Chemical Spill Drake. And then we're going to Succumb to Madness, egg it, and win. That's the game plan. So let's throw him out. I don't want to egg him yet because I don't want my opponent to be able to deal with it. And his attack not go off. Okay, they are at 11. And there is a world where I win next turn if my opponent doesn't trade off their 3/4. And if I hit one of these. A lot needs to go right. Oh, and they're gonna... Yeah, that's not ideal. Okay. Yeah, definitely not ideal what just happened to me. So let's go with Succumb. And is it worth it to just deal with this so I have... Yeah, I think it is. So let's deal with this guy. And then also get another Briar out. And also a 2-1. That's huge. Okay, hit a leech and hit a leech. Okay. Not bad. So if they go the big leech maker this turn, do I still win? Or do they just have corpse explosion? That's highly unfortunate. Okay. Well, I at least can launch this starship for what that's worth. So let's trade this first. And also shield block. And yeah, just 4x. Launch this. And my board doesn't look terrible, honestly. I've already seen one corpse explosion, so I'm feeling pretty good there. If they play the big leech thing, that's unfortunate, but I can deal with it. Not a bad backup plan with the battle cruiser. They could also rush some stuff in if they wanted to. But that probably won't get them very far. So they can deal with a couple 2/2s. And then corpse explosion again. Okay. Well. Not ideal. Trade another heavy plate. So if I can find chemical spill, I'm doing pretty good. Let's play Starport, maybe. That actually deals with leeches. That could be relevant. Okay, so chemical spill or succumb to madness is what we're looking for. Okay. Captain's log. Into trading into chemical spill. Okay. Next turn we have a game plan.
Ready to plunder.
Yeah. We might be able to win next turn. So they're gonna have a huge starship coming up. Okay, that's terrifying, but I do think I still walk away with a win. Fantastic. Okay. So it's chemical spill into hitting that guy. Get an egg. And then we can slam this. And just to make absolutely sure I have lethal, trade that. Okay. That should be super lethal. Beautiful. Okay. So this deck can win the late games. It's just we really want to cheese people.
Garrosh versus
Haven't been having the best luck against warlocks, but this deck can just kind of cheese any matchup, so let's see if we can do that. Yeah, we're really trying to force the pace with a food fight. We'll try in another turn. Beautiful. Okay. Hand's not looking too stellar, but we're going to keep the coin around just in case we draw Chemical Spill. Love to see that guy. This, I think, is how we actually win games. They're just going to press that button just to progress to their 8-8, I suppose. Let's get a 2-1 under it while it can't activate. So next turn is food fight or chemical spill, hopefully. No such luck. So we're just going to double Starport into their location. Feels bad, but I really don't see another option. Feels below average. Also, my board is now like super congested. Never mind. It's actually not. Oh boy. Okay, they are going to have a ton of stuff. So shield block. Into food fight, I guess? Now, the worst thing that can happen next turn is I draw my other Briarspawn Drake. Because I finally got food fight to go in. But you may notice that I only have one other minion in my deck. And drawing the 1 in 18 would be very unlucky. Fantastic. Okay. We did it. So let's go with a slam into Concussive Shells. Then let's get our egg going. And I think it's Captain's Log, just to see some more things. And yeah, we're just going to shield slam this and get out our 2-1s and the turn. And then we're going to deal them a little bit of damage. But they're going to deal me a little bit of damage back. Oh yeah. We're going to be getting dealt a little bit of damage for sure. And then they have Consume, of course, of course.
Go on, take a bite.
Okay. Is there any world where I can win? I don't think so. That's the fun thing. So I can shield slam here.
Thank you.
And launch here. And then hit them in the head down to 20. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. And they hit me with the table flip. Of course. And I get hit for a little bit of damage. Okay, okay. Interesting that they played that. With them playing that, does that just have them lose? So we go here, into here. So that's a bit of damage. Hit them in their head. So if one of these hits a 1/1, do I just win? I think so. A little hero power. And the turn. Okay. Nice. We have beaten the annoying emote warlock. Very nice. A Death Knight. Typically a slower deck. With leeches and whatnot. I have Food Fight, I have Succumb to Madness, I have everything, pretty much. I think I just, yeah, full keep this. I love all these cards. They're great. So I can go turn 2 Fiery War Axe, turn 3 Food Fight, Concussive Shells, smack into it. Good game. As long as I don't draw another Drake. That is the important bit. So if I don't draw Drake in the next 2 turns, I am a big winner. I'm just going to keep this Fiery War Axe at home. It seems like a bad bump into a 2/1. Ooh, they're playing like a Starship build? Seems cool. Anyway, let's just smack into this thing. Get out my Briar. Deal them a little bit of damage. Just a small bit of damage. So if I can find Chemical Spill, that would be perfect. Or my other Succumb to Madness. And that's about it. That's my short wish list. So they have a 2/3 out of the deal. And a Chill Fallen Baron. So let's first do a trade here. Another Succumb to Madness. Don't mind if I do, I want this one. And I will swing into their 2/3 to try to keep him a little healthier. Smack there, take another 11. I have a 12/6 to contest with again. And I have another 12/7 in here. So they need to kill this and also not play anything for this to get smacked into. And that'll fit the bill. I think I'm actually just gonna do a bit of a slow roll. And play Depths. So if they play pretty much anything into this, they're donezo. Would they be donezo if they play that, though? Yes. because that was the best draw I could have by a very wide margin. Cool. So I make an egg, double smack into it, and now I have two 12/7s and a very nice turn 6 lethal. Couldn't have drawn it up much better that game.
versus Troll.
Shaman has been, I think, Murmur recently. So we're both doing similar things where I'm trying to do my degenerate thing and they're also trying to do their degenerate thing. So it's really just a question of who can be the bigger degenerate. Without food fight in my hand, I'm thinking my opponent has a good chance to win that competition. But I did draw the clutch. So it's starting to sway back in my favor now. Okay. Love to see that. So I have a draw 2 for next turn. Doesn't draw into a combo piece, but it thins the deck. And thinning is, say it with me, winning. That's right. That's right. So we're location v location. Ooh, food fight. Throw it out there. I always figure out a way to crack that open. And now I'm supposed to say like a funny thing like, I hope I don't draw Briarspawn Drake because I've already drawn my one. And if I draw the second one, I'm very unlucky. But the cool thing is, if I do draw it, I do get a very nice cold open for this video. Dang it. Never happens. Okay, so next turn I have Concussive Shells ×2 into this 0/4. Nice. Now it'd be very unfortunate if I draw the Drake this turn. Oh, my opponent is popping off. Everybody stand back. The double Para Sanctuary is terrifying, by the way. Food fight number 2. Okay. So let's go shell into shell. And then we can take care of this 0/1 and get 2 eggs out of the deal. Yeah. So then this hits their 5/5. Okay, okay. Not bad. So next turn I am hoping for a way to deal 2 damage to a 0/2 in the form of slam, shield slam, or that's it. Cool. And they have a triangulate. Hopefully not for Hex. Triangulate found something different. So I'm just like the most unlucky person in the world. Captain's Log into Fiery War Axe is exactly what we want to see. Let's soften him up. Get him down to 20. The bad thing is, too, my dragon didn't die, so a Succumb to Madness is a terrible top deck. I wonder if this deck should have, like, Brawl or something. I think Brawl's still in Standard. Like, Brawl's only good for, like, this situation where I'll have, like, 4 eggs out.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
If this gets Mass Dispel you are going to see the quickest bottom right in the game. Just like the absolute quickest, bam, right there, bottom right, with the most gumption. I mean, that's not ideal either, because it seems like my opponent has bad intentions. Okay. Puzzling plays. Brought to you live on the Fruit Hearthstone channel.